Race is the central thread, but it's far from the only one. The women's rights movement is one of the longest-running civil rights struggles in American history, and like the racial equality movement, it has proceeded through litigation, legislation, and mass political mobilization, achieving enormous gains while leaving significant inequalities unresolved. The legal milestones matter. The 19th Amendment, ratified in 1920, guaranteed women the right to vote, the culmination of a suffrage movement that had organized for over 70 years. But formal voting rights didn't dissolve the broader legal subordination of women, who long faced exclusion from juries, from many professions, and from equal treatment under family and property law. The key doctrinal development here connects back to our tiers of scrutiny. For most of American history, sex-based classifications received only rational basis review, meaning courts upheld almost any law that treated men and women differently. That changed when the court established intermediate scrutiny for sex-based classifications. Now such laws must be substantially related to an important governmental interest. Much of the litigation that built this standard was led by future Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who strategically chose cases, sometimes with male plaintiffs, to show that sex stereotyping harms everyone. That intermediate tier is the legal engine behind decades of gender equality rulings. Now, the textbook ties women's equality directly to the Dobbs decision we covered in Chapter 6. Dobbs didn't just remove the constitutional right to abortion, it reignited the broader debate about women's equality and autonomy. Proponents of abortion rights argue that the ability to control one's reproductive life is inseparable from the ability to participate fully and equally in economic and political life, that forced pregnancy is a kind of compelled bodily service incompatible with the 14th Amendment's guarantee of equal citizenship. In fact, several feminist legal scholars argue Dobbs should have been decided on equal protection grounds rather than privacy grounds, precisely because abortion restrictions impose uniquely severe burdens on women that aren't imposed on men. As of 2026, those gender equality implications are still being litigated in federal and state courts, and economic inequality persists. Despite the Equal Pay Act and Title VII, women on average earn about 84 cents for every dollar earned by men. Part of that gap is explained by occupational segregation, differences in hours worked, and career interruptions tied to caregiving, but part of it reflects ongoing discrimination. So the story of gender equality, like racial equality, is one of profound legal progress alongside stubborn, unresolved inequality.